Howdy folks, this is a Saturday morning weekend shave for me. The soap I'll be using today, Mason Boutique Lillian, and the soap itself, that's what it looks like, and it didn't take a whole lot of effort to put your finger into the soap. It's a fairly soft soap. I wouldn't call it a croap though. I do have some already whipped up with a horsehair bristle brush, and that's what it looks like in the bowl there. It's looks pretty creamy. We'll find out here in a moment. I've already put a hot towel to the face, bloom water to the face. Going to be using Humphrey witch hazel today, along with Floid, and the beard balm I'll be using off camera is Cremo, and that's what it looks like. It's got a spearmint scent to it. And the razor today is going to be a gem. Had it in some warm water here. This is an open comb Micromatic. It is a twist to open, and the blade in there is a POW blade. As you can see, that it is not all, how you say, silver in color. It came wrapped like this, blue carbon. It's what's on that piece of paper there that it was wrapped in. And got this, got a few of these blades through tryblade.com. Go ahead and wet the face here. This will be the first time I've tried this soap as well as this blade. We'll see how the shave goes. Always been really interested in trying that blade, and decided to go through tryblade.com to give it a try and see how it works out for me. I do have several of the gem blades, as well as the American Safety, which is, in my opinion, more or less all the same. Yeah, you can see that this is going on pretty creamy. It's always good when you buy some soap for the first time, and as you're applying it, you figure out that you feels like you've made a good choice. Scent is important if that's one of those things that you're buying the soap for, but to me it can smell all kinds of great, but if it doesn't perform well, scent doesn't matter to me at that point. To me, sometimes you can just kind of tell how the soap's going on, being applied, how creamy it is. It feels pretty good. This will be the first pass with the grain. It's good to. It's one of those things that I like is in a blade and a razor is when you can hear the feedback. And yeah, I can definitely hear the feedback. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera or not, but yeah, I like that feedback. That audible sign that the blade and razor is doing its job, taking the whiskers off. I know some razors, you don't quite get that feedback, those in between the razor and the blade. I really like shaving with these gem Micromatics. I know some don't appreciate how they look. They are old razors. This is not a modern design by any means, but they still function great. Still give you a good shave. In a number of cases, you can get them relatively inexpensive. I mean, there's a number of them that's hovering right around the $20 mark that look just like this. And as it goes for the prices, every once in a while there's a grocery store here locally that I go in and check out what they got in the way of shaving supplies, because they're, I don't know how else to say it, and it's not meant to be negative, it's just that they're not always consistent in what they carry. So in other words, sometimes they'll have something new and something different that wasn't there the last time I went. And this time they had some single edge blades. And if you're not familiar with this particular brand of grocery store name brand, I guess you might say, in other words, it's Best Choice. And they had a pack of 5 that looked just like the American Safety Razor package. Looks just like it, just doesn't have the doesn't say American Safety Razor on it. Looks just like it, and I couldn't pass them up because they were get 5 blades for $1.29. They only had 2 packages on the shelf, so I bought both of them. At that price, you know, it's kind of hard to go wrong. Even if you got one use out of the blade, it's still a pretty good buy, considering that where I'm at here in the state of Oklahoma, it's not always easy to find these sort of blades. Like one of the stores stopped carrying the Schick injector blades, so kind of sort of buy them when you can. This will be across the grain pass. I live in the Tulsa metro area. Town's not exactly the biggest, you know, around, of course, but when you look at a grand scheme of things, but it's not exactly a small metro area either. You do get that impression that they're trying to put the man, the guy shaving, in a particular box and trying to keep him there, because they all pretty much offer the same thing, just slightly different from store to store. I think for me that's the real frustrating part about trying to find anything inside the store. Something that you can put your hands on. In other words, like the soap, pop the top, open it up, take a whiff of it. Does it smell like what you expected? Something that you're interested in. And I know days gone by, guys used to use hand soap to shave with, and they've got a bath soap. It came from France. The soap did, and they have it over there with the shaving stuff. And it says right on there, bath soap. So the folks that are ordering this stuff don't know for sure what they're even looking at. So where I'm at, you know, it's hey, I enjoy ordering stuff online. I order most of my stuff from online. Don't necessarily go to the brick and mortar to buy it. Most of what I order is through online services. But on a case like this, it would be nice to be able to have a store where you can just walk into and smell the scents of the soap. Take a look at it. Hold it in your hand. Something that's driven like this is in the way of scent. Because you're pretty much, yeah, you're buying it with only your imagination on what the scent is. And the only scent that I'm aware of that I just really have a objection to is the scent of dirt. That scent, not interested in. I've smelled it before. So it's just not a scent that I particularly care for. This will be pass number 3 against the grain. But as most of us know that's ever bought lilac or lavender or anything along the that line, they don't all smell the same. They may be similar, but not the same. I don't mind venturing out, trying the floral scents. At first I thought there's no way, but after I got to smelling a few of them, don't mind. But I definitely like the what might be considered the more manly scents of the, you know, for instance, tobacco, bourbon, that sort of line of scents. I'm not real good at describing scents. Outside of what the artisan describes it as on their website, I can tell you this one here smells great. And it's performing fine. Really like this soap. Had my eye on her soap for quite a while. It just, every once in a while, something will finally decide to, it'll trigger in me to go ahead and I better get one. Especially when an artisan changes their lineup. Typically there's one in particular that I've had my eye on for a while, and I get kind of concerned that they're going to discontinue it, and it may happen without me noticing it in a timely manner, meaning that I didn't get it in time before it was discontinued, no longer available. Every once in a while I hear somebody talk about, you know, the I guess you might say the wanderings in the mind, why a particular scent was discontinued. Some might be based on sales. Some may be on the degree of difficulty to get the ingredients to make that particular scent. Maybe just time for a change. So if you're interested in trying a inexpensive single edge razor, vintage seems to be the way to go. Some of them may not be physically looking the best of shape, but still give you just a outstanding shave. And This shave is really nice. I mean, it is outside of my normal areas that turn red, get a little irritated, which will go away eventually. Sometimes it's red and I haven't even shaved, and within hours it'll just turn red. That's just the nature of my skin sometimes, especially around the certain areas. Here, it seems like I get red here pretty easy, and I've got this spot over here for some reason, and sometimes there'll even be like a line right there that it'll turn red, and this is late in the evening, and I shave early in the morning. Yeah, this is a nice shave. To me, it just, I guess, it fascinates me after being not shaven for many years. In other words, I had a full beard, and the only places I was shaving was the upper cheeks and on the neck, and most of the time that was with a beard trimmer. Not necessarily electric razor, but more or less, yeah, it was electric, but just not in the typical sense that people would think if you said it was an electric razor. Yeah, the usual spots, but all in all, just a great shave. And to think that you can get these razors, a vintage razor, a tool that's been around for over 50 years and works just great, just outstanding shave. And get your blades, you can get a pack of 10 at CVS for yeah, $4.99. I know sometimes CVS's are, about like any other store. You go from one CVS store to another, and they may not carry the same thing, which is what I've found. For instance, from time to time I'm on the hunt for something locally that you put your hands on in the way of beard care, and one of them had something totally different than what I was used to seeing in the way of beard care, which was great. I mean, to have a beard wash readily available in a store where I'm at just doesn't happen. Cremo is the one that the Walmarts around here carry, which is great to see that there's some attention to the beard care finally around this area. After all the guys you see sporting a beard, you'd think that would just be second nature around here. Floid. I love this bottle, and it is a bottle. It is glass. Just really nice presentation, in my opinion. I like the glass bottles, containers. Every once in a while, my wife gets to listen to the rant about how you go to the men's section and there's not a whole lot. And you look at the ladies' side, they got aisles and aisles of stuff. A great shave this morning. I'll go back over everything that I used this morning. Once again, Floid, I like this one. Nice scent. Soap of the day, Boutique Lillian. Great scent. Like I said, that's what it looks like. Easy to push your finger into it. It's not the softest soap by any means, but like I say, it's not a croap. And whipped up really nice. Took no time at all. Used a horsehair brush. Just really nice. Creamy. Over here in my, yes, this is what I keep on reaching over. This is what I'm reaching over into. I have a mug that I've got some warm water in, and I keep it in there, keeping the razor warm. It feels better against my face, even during the summer months. Here's the twist open. And that blade just pulls right out of those little stop hooks down there. That's what it rests up against. And that's what the blade looks like. Shaved great. It's the first time I ever used a POW blade, and this one here did great. It's awesome. I'm wiping it off. That's one thing I do with my razors and my blades. I wipe them down before I store them for the next week, I guess you might say. Consistency in what I'll be filming. Probably pretty much I'll be filming most of my single edge razors. Guess you might say help give them some love. Some people may not be aware of all the different single edge razors, might find something they see that they might be interested. And then on Sundays I'll be shaving with double edged safety razors, and I may or may not film all of those. Some of these razors you may or may not see that might spark an interest if you're interested in these sort of razors. And anyways, a great shave today. Stay safe and smooth shaves until next time.